Hello, and welcome friends to Char.
Char.
Do.
Yes.
Venki OP, as you can see, I'm wearing the Venki OP t-shirt. And today, after very long, we're back with a guest on Char Char Do, who's an Indian football player, obviously. He plays for FC Goa. He is going to be representing India at the AFC Champions League, which is happening, well, probably tomorrow, based on when we edit and release this. He made his debut for Team India, the national team, just a couple of weeks ago. Touted as one of the next big strikers for India. So please, with many OPs, can we welcome Ishan Pandita from FC Goa?
Woo! Yay!
Yes,
All
yes.
right.
Hello.
How's it going, Ishan? Where are you right now?
All good. Thank you. Hope you guys are good. I'm in Goa right now, and like you said, getting ready for the AFC Champions League.
All right, brilliant. So, now I want to start with and I know you've given a lot of interviews about this, but we'll quickly do the history roundup so that our viewers sort of know your story. So you were born in Delhi, you moved to Philippines at the age of 3. You became the first Indian player to play for a youth team in the Spanish top division. You were into swimming, you were into football, you were into cricket, you were into music. So where did this journey start from? So you moved to Philippines, and then how did football happen to you over there?
Big inspiration. Ishan, not academics is not there, which is such a big inspiration for children.
I know.
Please know this, that it's fine, guys.
I know. So at the age of 3, my family moved to the Philippines. My dad had got a job there. So we went there for, you can say, a better lifestyle, obviously. And I grew up in the Philippines. I went to a British school there. So England, it's very sports dedicated, I can say, in a way. And obviously football was number one. So that's where I really got into the system of playing and getting into sports. And not just football, like you said, it was swimming, athletics, cricket, whatever it was. I just wanted to be outside playing.
You also had an option, apparently, to go join the Swedish team after a trial at the age of 15.
And which club was
Indian...
that? Yeah.
Which club was that? Sorry. Or was it?
It's a bit complicated. It's called IF Broma Poyakana. A very complicated name, very big name.
Okay.
But yeah, it was a first division club back then. And it was a trial with the under 17s, if I'm not wrong. I was 15 then. And it went well, but you know how Indian parents are. And
yeah, it's such an Indian parents
exactly.
thing. Like, I can't believe that your parents have said, nahi, no chance, India mein khelo. It's such a...
It wasn't like India mein khelo, but they were just a bit concerned of my well-being. I was still very young, 15 years old. You're still so much to mature. And Sweden, when you go there, it's a good country in the summer. 2-3 months, they have good weather. But then after that, it's quite dark. The sun goes down early. And my parents were just concerned about my well-being in that way. So, I don't know. Maybe it was a good call. Who knows where I would have ended up.
You know what? At least your parents let you play football. At 15, my parents were like, nahi, to football. Forget anywhere.
And as a result of this, we'll put the footage over here. You see how Cowtuk plays football now. As we have video evidence of this, we will show Cowtuk making amazing goal line clearances lying on the ground.
Perfect. I can't wait to see it on the edit.
No, so at 15, Sweden didn't happen. But then a year later, you were on your way to Spain.
I finished my 10th grade boards in India, in Bangalore. He said, I'll give you 1 year to go there, experiment, and see what you can do. And in that 1 year, luckily, it went good enough. And then I got an option to go to another club the year after that, and then the year after that, another club, and just kept going up from there. So I had 1 year to make it. If I didn't, come back to India, finish your education, become a doctor, do engineering.
Wow, that's a lot of pressure.
Listen, I just found out why you're so good as a sub, dude. You've been under pressure throughout your life. Like, you have 1 year, you have 15 minutes, you have 4 minutes. Like, it's just...
Go out there and do it.
Yeah, but what's also really interesting is that, like, you played in Spain so long. I was watching one of the goals, I think it was against Mumbai, where you've scored and then you've come in and you've gone like, vamos, like there's still Spanish inside you, like, as a Spaniard football player almost, which is so exciting to see. You've played the entire season, inside a bio bubble, etc., etc. and when they do come to the stadium, they're sort of meeting you with distance, etc., and chanting your name and stuff. Is that a unreal feeling? Is that a feeling that you never thought you'd experience in India? Because coming from Spain, everybody is obviously a lot more vocal, a lot more vociferous when it comes to, cheering on whoever it is.
Yeah.
I mean, if you score a goal for a club there, you are, did that feel weird? In fact, especially when it was so silent and you were in a biobab.
Yeah, it was obviously nice. It's obviously a nice feeling when people they support you and the fans chant your names. And luckily, we have a lot of people in this country, so it feels good. And
Social media numbers are through the roof.
Yeah.
it's crazy. It was good. It's always good to get this kind of this
Support.
I don't know this support, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah. Just a follow up to that. Like when you were playing for Lorca, I don't know if I'm pronouncing that correctly. I'm
Lorca,
assuming
yeah,
it is.
correct.
Yeah. So when you were playing for Lorca, you sort of scored a goal pretty much for them, and obviously
Scored 6
there
goals,
it's
right? I think top scorer for the season.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No. What I meant is when you did come on for the first game and sort of scored at that point. My big question is the Spanish or is it very different being in a lower division club there that's not the premier division of the country? Do the fans expect more? Are they a lot more hostile? Are they a lot more a lot more like, no, you have to do it now, we have to do it. Like, is it worse being in a lower level club or worse being in a premier club who's about to be relegated?
Bawa, I don't know if you've seen the criticism of Marcelo. It's pretty bad up top also.
In a country like Spain where football is so important in society and is always a talking point, no matter what division you play in, the fan base will always play a very, very big and important role. So there's always expectation, maybe the first, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth division, whatever it is. So there's always pressure, but they still do support, obviously, just like every other fan base, and you can feel their presence and their love and their support. But when things don't go well, things can get a little bit sticky sometimes.
Yeah, I think football fans across the world, across tiers are all the same.
Across
all the
streams.
Ishan,
Across streams.
what is the stickiest situation that you've experienced as a professional football player? From like
Luckily,
a fan.
I haven't experienced anything yet so far. Touch
Okay.
wood. The only hate I've been getting right now is not hate, but the funny stuff that I've been reading is after this national team call up with the 2 games I played, I hardly touched the ball at all. And I saw lots of people saying he should go into the Olympic team for India and start running. Some people said he should join the Kabaddi squad because I hardly played any football in those 2 games. I was just running around from here to there. It was quite funny.
Hey,
Okay.
Ishan, this is an interesting thing. How much does the stuff that happens on social media penetrate your life, and how much does it influence? How much do you like? What is your mindset
Like,
with that
do
stuff?
you read it and just like ignore it, or do you not read it at all, or like what's the?
And do you find some of it funny? Like this kabaddi thing is just wild.
I don't know. I think anyone who says they don't actually pay attention to social media and read it is lying,
Right?
because it's just part of our life now.
Yeah.
As real as it gets. Everyone is on Instagram, everyone is on Twitter, everyone is on Facebook, and you do end up reading it. And
Yeah.
I guess at the end of the day, it's just about laughing and taking it as a joke and not really taking it that into your head and just moving on.
Yeah. No, that's great. I think as comedians in India also, we've learned pretty much the same thing.
Yeah, I'm sure.
And it's not just our fans criticizing us. So
So that was great. You were there. Then how did the move to FC Goa happen after that?
FC Goa happened very, very fast, actually. I was in Spain doing preseason for the season that is happening right now. But last minute, when I say we, I mean me and my dad, we thought that maybe it's time to come home to India for a couple of reasons. Football in Spain was a bit complicated at that moment with COVID. There was a complete shuffling in the system of the leagues.
Right.
Payment wasn't that much this year. And I don't know, I felt like maybe if I come home, I might have the chance to catch the eye of the national team and get some...
That happened.
And rightly so, yeah.
Luckily. Yeah. And get some attention back home, because people kind of knew who I was, but no one really saw me play. No one knew what I could do. So I guess the move turned out to be quite good. And It's going well so
Correct.
far.
You could now represent India in Kabaddi. So I'm saying, of course, it's great.
And 800 meters in track.
Yeah. Which reminds me, I mean, there's a, like, you genuinely, and we both, all of us have a crazy question. Are you left-footed or right-footed predominantly?
Right-footed.
Are you kidding me? Because we, like, yesterday we were
I know.
just discussing this, and like one of the goals that you took, you intentionally took it onto your left foot before you
it's
like.
weird.
Yeah, it's, and I'm not talking about, you know, just the rebound of the corner. I'm talking about, like, you know, when you struck one,
I know.
you've intentionally moved it
Yeah.
and moved onto your left foot before you've
Dude,
hit
and
it
you
in,
know
which
something, as a David Beckham fan, I can't even imagine that's possible. Why would you even use a left foot?
I don't know. It's just instinct, I guess. In that particular situation, I just felt like it was better on my left, so I took it on my left.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think you are a very like instinctive striker, and I think maybe that's one of the reasons. So your first season, you scored 4 goals, 9 appearances, and the goals per minute ratio is just like through the roof. Like it's incredible. And all your goals, and this has been spoken about a lot, all your goals either to equalize or to win in like the last few minutes in stoppage time. And obviously that meant you've had to have sort of this like super sub role, so to speak, for most part of the season. So I wanted to know, like, just from a playing perspective, like, because I mean, obviously I'm not going to say that I've played football, but I've played at like whatever college, state level, that kind of stuff.
I played at Taluka level for sure.
Yeah, I played Subari Talao for the win. But for me, there was always the thing of like starting a game and coming off the bench. Like there's a complete mental difference between the two, at least for me. So have you ever felt that? And like, how do you deal with the like that focus and like, you know, getting up to speed with the game when you're coming off the bench?
Honestly, it's actually very difficult. First of all, everyone wants to start the game. No one is happy sitting on the bench. But at the end of the day, it's about acceptance, I guess, and patience. And I had to deal with that a lot this season. I knew what my role was, and I wasn't really getting the minutes that I thought I should deserve or I thought I was ready for. But it's okay. That was the coach's decision, and I respect that. But sitting on the bench was difficult, obviously, and nothing. I just tried staying as positive and mentally strong as possible. And every time I came on the field, I wanted to have a very big impact and help the team as much as possible. And luckily enough, that's what happened.
So, which is, I mean, there are people who like sitting on the bench and playing golf, but
Yeah.
I'm saying, but and you are, sorry, you are an instinctual player, because like even the headers and stuff like that, it just seems like, wait 1 minute, who thought that would go in? Like how did he think that head from the back would make it in? It's clearly an instinctual move.
Yeah.
So are you is it just decision making, or is it just let's aim for the goal? Like, is it
Like you said, it's instinct. You can't explain your instinct. It just happens. You see the ball, you see the movement, and you just do it.
One question I've always wanted to ask, like, is this that as a striker, do you think of yourself as a particular type of striker? Do you go like, I'm a poacher, I'm a like a finisher, I'm a hold-up play, and then or do you do whatever comes?
To put
like,
it in better terms, are you a Torres or are you a Benzema? Are you a what?
Do you think of that at
I
all?
really don't know yet. I don't know what I am yet, to be honest.
Okay.
I mean, sometimes when I play, I see a little bit of myself in every player, but I don't know. I don't know what I am yet. I'll be the first, Ishan. Let's see what happens.
Do you have a preference of like, I want to score like a long range, I want to score a beautiful goal, or is it just goals and numbers that matter? Like it doesn't matter how it goes in, you just need to get that goal.
I mean, at the end of the day, that is also true. I mean, I'm a striker. I'm there to deliver and I have to score. It doesn't really matter how I get them, but everyone has that dream of scoring that banger from 40 yards. Hopefully it happens someday.
So let's get into the AFC Champions League now. It's just a few days away, and first of all, how excited are you to be a part of this? How difficult do you think it's going to be? I mean, you're playing, I think your first game is against Al-Rayyan, and now I'm not sure of the team news about it, but Gabriel Mercado is their centre half. He's played a semi-final for Argentina in the World Cup, and potentially you could be playing up against him. So what are your thoughts on that?
AFC is going to be a very big deal for not just Goa, but the whole country. When we talk about football, it's a big platform for us to showcase what India can do. And potentially, attract a lot of attention to India, the ISL, and
Mm-hmm.
just the whole football system here. If we can show good football,
Yeah.
that would also be a big plus. It doesn't matter if we lose, win, draw, leave all of that. This is the first time an Indian club is participating in this tournament, so it's a big deal.
Yeah.
And
Yes.
no one is expecting us to beat Persepolis 5-0 or
Yeah,
3-1
absolutely.
or whatever. We're going there to just show that we can do it.
Right.
We can play
Yeah.
football. Like you said, yes, they have some great players. Mercado, it'll be an interesting game. I'm gonna Spanish with him.
Yeah.
And nothing, just give our best and see what happens.
Are you one of those kind of strikers? So there's a lot of strikers and defenders who sort of really give it to the other, like a lot of banter happening while you're playing. Are you that kind of guy who just like?
I don't think so, to be honest. I think it's the other way around. It'll probably be the defender trying to get into my head. But I'll just be there talking to him casually.
What do they tell you? Like, what do these defenders say?
Yeah, what's the
Something that you
weirdest
can't say
thing?
on-
A
Stupid
Spanish.
Something you
stuff
can
that
say on
cannot
camera.
be spoken about on this right now, I think.
Yeah, I just figured something you can say on camera. What is your thing with the whole VAR offside? Like, where are you at? Like, are you happy with
As a
this
striker
response?
playing
happy
on
with
the
it?
shoulder.
No, are you happy with it or are you Morata?
As
Which
a
one are you?
football fan, football was way better without VAR. I think.
Yeah.
Yeah?
The
Why though?
excitement, the entertainment. Because
I've been a fan. I agree with him 100%. At 40 years old, also, I'm saying this. I'm telling you now.
I don't know, now it just, these pauses in the game, going for all these, it just ruins, the
flow
fun is
gets
gone.
interrupted.
And sometimes all these minute decisions that go the other way is a huge talking point for football fans after the game. And that causes a lot of ruckus on Twitter and whatnot. And just the whole experience, I don't know if it feels the same.
Yeah.
For an
And-
instinctual player, it's even more difficult, right? Because like you are running on, you know that you're on the line. You know it. Right now, your one finger is just off, or like
Yeah,
you've got long hair and
sometimes
your
hand
ponytail
hits. Sometimes your hand hits a South Korean player, man. It's okay, like it happens.
But
I
even
wanna-
scoring a goal and then getting it disallowed by VAR, that must be kind of
Yeah,
bad.
like when you've gone there, you've got the celebration, the exhilaration,
You've
the
got the
adrenaline.
celebration in,
Yeah.
you've made fun of everyone, you've danced, and then after that they say it's disallowed. How do you put your head up and go back?
So there is the AFC is obviously a cup, right? And there's a big difference between preparing for a league, which is a long, sort of like a long running thing, versus a finite game cup. So like, what is that difference like, and how do you guys prepare differently?
I mean, preparations will always be a bit similar, to be honest. We go into every game looking for 3 points. It's a league system, a cup system, but we just try doing our best, and we're preparing to put in good performances always. Yes, we know it's a knockout, and there's only 6 games, so I guess the fact that it's a little bit less games and more pressure to perform faster will have to keep us a little bit more awake on the field and a bit more aggressive from the start. And we don't have room for errors.
Okay, and realistically, I mean, what do you think would be a good result or a good outcome for FC Goa for the tournament?
I get in trouble if I speak.
Exactly. I was just like, if he says third runner up.
Honestly, I don't know. If we can score in this tournament, I think it would be a good plus. If we can show good football, that would also be a big plus. It doesn't matter if we lose, win, draw, leave all of that. This is the first time an Indian club is participating in this tournament, so it's a big deal.
Yeah.
Yes.
No one is expecting us to beat Persepolis 5-0 or 3-1
absolutely.
or whatever. We're going there to just show that we can do it.
Right.
We can play
Yeah.
football.
Okay, let's move to international. You just recently made your debut for the Indian national team. A lot of people have been talking about you potentially being the guy who takes over the torch from Sunit Chhetri to lead the line for India once he's retired. Again, so we've obviously established that you've had pressure all your life, so you can deal with pressure very well. But what's it like to be out there? What was your debut like? I mean, it was in the game against Oman, right? The 1-all draw.
It's obviously a very humbling feeling to represent your country, and I mean that. And putting on that jersey is always a little bit different, and getting a run out in those colors is always a nice feeling. There's a big expectation from you to perform. India's 1.3 billion people, and it's different playing for India and playing for your club. It's a good feeling, and the game went all right. Didn't touch the ball much, but still good.
Yeah, but that's okay. I mean, for a lot of centre forwards, you can just go that entire game without touching the ball, and then just once when you're switched on and that chance comes, and then suddenly you're like nobody's talking about
Yeah.
Kabaddi League. Everyone's talking like, oh, he's the hero.
Yeah,
Um, But so that was very interesting to me that 10 players made their first team debut for India in that match. And what was the general feeling for that? And considering that we got a decent result against Oman as well, what was it like for all the new young guys who were making their
Like,
debut?
what was that dressing room? What was how was that?
It was a big deal for all of us because it just shows how far we've actually come as a nation. To have the ability to debut all these young guys in one game, and it shows that our grassroots levels are improving. We're not the best yet, but we are improving. We're making the right strides, and to go out and perform and do decent and give a 1-1 draw against Oman is quite a big deal, I think.
Yeah.
So it just shows we are going the right way. It's a process, and just patience. We'll get there.
I was just coming to the second game, and it's a slightly unsavory feeling, the loss against UAE. But like, I just want to know how do pros deal with that kind of setback? Like, what was the mood in the dressing room, and how do you cope with that?
I think whatever happens that game, and the best way is to get it out of your head as quick as possible. You keep those emotions in the dressing room. You're sad, obviously. You don't feel good, but you can't keep it in your head forever. The next day is a new day. We move on. We get back in training, and we go again.
Right. Yeah, no, that's the best way
That
to
mentality only is something else. Here, one joke bombs, we spent 7 days on it just trying to figure out why it's.
Yeah. The mentality that you have, right, of especially when you have something like a league where it's a long, drawn out, months and months of playing, right? Do you ever reach this point where you just go like, nahi yaar, aaj nahi. You know, like I do 5 home workouts and I'm like, nahi, ho gaya, pag gaya yaar. Like, do you ever feel that?
Of course, there are some days where you're like, today, and in this bubble it was even harder.
Yeah.
But you have to remember what you're representing, and this is a profession.
Yeah.
And you do love what you do, and you go out there and you have fun.
Yeah, no, and I think everyone, no matter what their job is, you have a few days where you're just like, I don't want to today. But eventually, you're doing what you love, and irrespective of whatever it is, everyone has a few off days, and that's fine.
Yeah.
So just out of curiosity, in these off days, is there something that you particularly say to yourself, especially if it's match day, or does do you talk to the coach, or do you talk to your players and say, yeah, I don't whatever, like is there something that
Baba,
I mean,
you're
what I'm
very
saying,
articulate today, huh? Today is your off day, Baba.
You know what I mean, right? Like, it's just like you don't feel like doing it, and so are you having a conversation? Is someone telling you something? Are you motivating yourself?
How do you get out of the rut?
Yeah.
I mean, the best way, I think, would be to speak to someone for sure. The more you keep it in, the worse it'll get, and the more it'll boil in your head. So yes, we do have rants sometimes. We can go to our friends or the management and just go nuts about something.
Okay.
So we've heard that you're also the team DJ. Is this an official position that you have taken up as the official team DJ, or are you just playing music for everyone all the time?
I don't know. I guess music is a very big part of my life, and it just happened. I was using my speaker everywhere. I went training, gym, and in the bus as well. So I just took the position. It wasn't offered to me. I just said, I'm in. And that's it.
Ishan is that guy on the plane who's listening to his music loudly.
No, but the
Sure.
question is, are you the kind of DJ who takes requests? Like, do people come to you like, aaj iska birthday hai, jara?
There are times where people get a bit irritated with my song selection because at the end of the day, I'm in India, so enough of Spanish and English stuff. So a little bit of Hindi is also requested from time to time.
What's your favorite Hindi song?
Right now, Brown Monday has to be number 1 for sure.
Nice. That should be the official anthem of the Indian football team.
It is number 1 right now, 100%.
Also, one other thing, just coming back to the from DJing to AFC, the matches are happening in India, in Goa, right? So we have this crucial home advantage. Do you think how much does that matter?
To be honest, I don't think it matters at all. The only thing we have on our side is we're more used to the weather than they are.
Yeah.
I think home advantage only makes sense when you have fans around. Fans is everything. Fans is home. So without the fans, it's just an empty stadium. maybe we'll be a bit more familiar with the dimensions and what the stadium looks like. But at the end of the day, you're playing football, not looking at the seat. So I don't know.
Right.
It's
And
not.
I
don't
have
think
a small trick for you to get the home advantage. Through the stadium PA, play Brown Mundia the whole 90 minutes. Just
No,
put it on loop and just keep
Baba, you know something? I was just thinking about it. Like for us, not having fans is the advantage because that's what we're used to. Like in our shitty
Yeah.
tough games.
too many people, then you're like, this joke may not work.
Yeah.
Okay,
Alright.
we'll move on. So we've been told that you're a Liverpool fan. Are you like a proper, like really hardcore Liverpool fan, or is it just one of the clubs you like to follow?
it's quite serious. Right now, I've been so busy with my own football life. I haven't been watching that much football. And coming to India has been so weird for me because every game is at like 12:31.
Yeah.
Yeah, welcome to
You need
our
to
world.
watch
Yeah. Also, great answer for this season.
Okay, you're also a CSK fan, is that right?
Yeah.
Okay. What do you think about this season? Do you think there'll be an
I was
improvement from
watching the
last
game.
year?
I was very excited to see Suresh Raina back. That's pretty much why I'm a CSK fan, because of his Kashmiri roots and stuff, and I'm from Kashmir also. So that's kind of
nice.
how I became a CSK fan. And
Okay, so we'll just end with a typical, the way every show in the world is supposed to end, with a rapid fire, because this is the format that the universe has chosen to end shows with. So, rapid fire, I'm going to give you basically two things, this or that, you choose which one you would prefer. Okay, so let's go. Would you rather score a hat-trick in an easy win or score one goal in the last minute?
last minute.
All right, of course. ISL final or AFC Champions League final?
AFC Champions League final.
Nice. Okay. Score an own goal or get a red card?
Red card.
Hey, promoting cowtuk's book. Beautiful. Play with Messi or play with Ronaldo?
Ronaldo.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Start every game and win nothing, or be on the bench and win everything?
Be on the bench and win everything.
All right. 30-yard free kick or tap in?
Oh, this even I can
30-yard free
answer.
kick.
Okay. Liverpool, Istanbul 2005 or Madrid 2019?
I think Istanbul. Has to be.
Istanbul, yeah.
Has to be.
It's done.
All right, cool. I think that pretty much covers it. Thank you so much, Ishan, for coming and talk to us, and best of luck for the AFC Champions League. I'm sure you're all gonna do us proud representing India. It's the first time an Indian team has made it to the AFC Champions League. So everyone who's watching, please go show your support. Watch the games live. It's starting 14th April, if I'm not wrong.
Yeah. Yeah.
14th is you will get to see Ishan dominating Gabriel Mercado of Al-Rayyan.
Hopefully, hopefully.
You heard it first. Here we go.
Here we go, confirmed. Yes.
Or we just for our sake and just for one, like just so that we can pull it from the game and put it in this edit, can you just do one great dribble move against Mercado, just and then like point to the camera and do this or something? Yeah, there you go. Like in the middle of the dribble, while the ball is still with him, he's looking at the like, hey guys.
That'd be so crazy, dude. You score this amazing goal and then you reference a podcast that hardly anyone has heard.
No, but
I'll do it, I'll do it, I'll
really
do it.
good luck. Thank you for being here. It was really a fun chat. But yeah, thank you so much, and really good luck with AFC and India and the rest of your footballing
Yes,
career. Yeah, I
yes.
mean, excellent.
This was a
Really
lot of
Thank you
looking
guys.
forward to
Thank
it.
you so much. It was a pleasure, and hopefully I can see you guys in live one day.
Yes.
sure.
Yep.
No, the other way around. I mean, we don't play well, so we'll watch you play.
I would love to see a good show.
Okay.
All right,
There you go.
superb.
Amazing.
We'll plan something soon.
Yes.
All right.
perfect.
Thanks, Ishan. Take care.
Thank you.
See you
Ishan.
guys.
Bye-bye.
Take care.
All right.
Bye.
See you
Bye.
and thank you for watching Char.
Thank you guys.
Char.
Though.